Hi everybody, 14th of April, another day in my daily diaries of how I'm not coping with the loss of my wife due to Parkinson's. I didn't do one yesterday simply because I've been Ches's funeral in the morning. The day just went on and on and a bit more on. Couldn't do one, yeah, so anyway, so we went yesterday morning. I found it a bit hard. I went with Marilyn over to the crematorium, and even though it was one of them pure cremation, they allowed us to go in the chapel and just listen to the two songs that Marilyn had picked to be played while the coffin was going through. So then we had to get out. Really nice cemetery and that, but I did find it hard. Of course, you like just bringing the memories back, because I'm watching them take the coffin out of the hearse, and into the chapel and that. So it just brought back memories, because it's the first time I've been to first funeral I've been to, and first coffin I've seen since Angie's. So it was, well, at least it was another first that I've done. It was a hard first to do though. Maybe the hardest first so far, probably. Anyway, then we went, we went back home and went for a bite to eat, lunchtime-ish. And then went over to the Decades retro bar for about 4ish, something like that, where lots of people who knew Ches, and even some people who didn't know him but used to go watching him performing and singing in and around the area. They turned up as well. And then some people like who Marilyn works, she volunteers at a place, so the people she works with came, so even though they didn't know Ches, so it was pretty good, mix of a lot of people, and some friends of ours, some friends of Marilyn's mainly, but become friends of ours. Me and Angie's as well. They came from Lancaster, but they'd got lost on the way down, so they didn't get there till about 7:30, I think, something like that. And Decades were shutting at 8, so we all ended up walking up the road and going in Wetherspoons, all laughing and joking, because it was a good afternoon. And at one point, but I just thought to myself, it is me again, like being the Joker, making, joking and laughing about all sorts, and being the strong one. I just thought, everybody needs a mic in their life, don't they, really? But I just need to find mine. Well, anyway, so I know I have some good chats with Mr. Daniel. But yesterday's chat started after, I had a couple of Guinness first, from about 4 o'clock onwards. So from about 5 o'clock, I started chatting with Mr. Daniels. Finished the chat at 1:30 this morning. And I mean a proper chat. My head hurt this morning when I woke up. With all the talking he did, of course, nothing to do with me. But I really needed it, I think. I mean, I've not done like a session like that for many a year. I was laughing to myself this morning. I thought, this isn't part of my new life. It was part of my old life as it used to be. You got this morning, I thought, no, I'm not going to do that again. But we've all said that before, haven't we? After a while, you tend to forget. Anyway, I met up with Marilyn this afternoon because we had to go and get the people had brought flowers and cards and stuff for Marilyn, so we left them there. So we went and picked them up this afternoon and just had a coffee. But I'm glad I got out because it helped clear my head a bit, So anyway, but we did get chatting about moving forward and stuff like that, and it, as daft as it sounds, while I was talking about stuff like that and moving on, it cheered me up. Does that make sense? It sort of cheered me up a little bit that I'm talking out loud about moving forward and stuff. But one thing, while I was chatting away, one thing I was thinking about, again, while chatting with Marilyn, and it was Parkinson's and how it can take the voice away, because it certainly took Angie's voice. It took it completely. I mean, she had all the speech therapy things, and the nurses coming to our house and giving her the lessons and how to do and pronounce and project your voice, and it never made a slightest bit of difference. Never made a slightest bit of difference at all. She went, probably within 6 months, I'd say, she went from having like a normal voice to a normal volume to absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Her mouth would just do that. And I watched a video on my phone last night that I'd taken. It shows Angie with one of her Parkinson's tablets in her mouth there, but it was just dissolving. Again, because they lose the ability to even swallow. And she's got a water bottle in front of her, and it's all in, and you could hear me on the video saying, Angie, drink your water, you need to get your tablet down, and all you could see is that. She was trying to talk to me, and she's looking at me. It upset me really, so watching it, and it's saying all I was trying to say, and whatever she was trying to say back to me, and just moving it, and slightly moving like that. And this is just one of the symptoms of Parkinson's that people don't see. When you hear that, there's a load of hidden symptoms. This is one. I mean, I went from having a wife that could conversate with me, normal conversations as you do, to having a wife that said nothing. Now, a bit of light-heartedness, maybe that's that. Sometimes you wish for that. Is that too much to say that? In normal circumstances, I'm meaning. But you know what I mean? Nothing at all. But all our conversations just stopped, and anything that was said really was just me telling that you need to do this or you need to do that. No more just chatting in general. That just stopped. That just stopped completely. Now that has to have an effect. On you as a couple. That's where you're not a husband or a wife. You're just a carer then, aren't you? You're not even talking and conversating. And as things progressed even more, most of the time, even if I was, telling her what to do and what to take and what we're going to do, we're doing this later, we're going to do that. I mean, the disease, progressed even more that she didn't even know what I was talking about. This is where I've said in the past that Parkinson's is a two-person disease. Or should I say a two-person bastard disease, because that's what it is. But it's them situations that where it does affect two people. I didn't have, the frozen feet and the shake and the things going on in my head and the pain and the aches and you know, the sore back and you can't stand and you can't. I didn't have any of that, but I had the, you know, not being able to conversate and all that sort of stuff. Right, if you've donated to my Just Giving page, which I've set up for that walk I'm doing in aid of Parkinson's on July the 4th. If you have already donated, thank you very much. If you're not and you are thinking of doing, just please click on my profile page here on TikTok and it'll take you direct and you can just do what it tells you what to do. And if you're not going to donate, that's fine, but please repost, especially like this video, to people who you think might, you know, so it'll get, so yeah, because the more the better. Even just a pound, I know I've said it in the past sort of jokingly, but a pound off every one of my followers is, I think, 4,200 or something like that now. It'd go a long way, that'd pay for a lot of Parkinson's nurses' wages, because that's a lot of the things what Parkinson's UK are doing. Out of the donation money off different things, they're trying to, no, they're not trying, they are employing or paying for Parkinson's nurses and paying the wages. It's either that or, I mean, there's not enough Parkinson's nurses as there is, but anyway, that's today's ramble over. So again, thanks for your comments and all your support. Please press your like buttons, follow me and repost this video, please, and any other videos that you think you can repost on. I will do another one tomorrow. I'm not going out on the lash all day tomorrow, so I can do another one tomorrow quite easily. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.